Hey, yo, it's Mr. Random Pop Culture News Freak here once again, aka Mr. Manny Wolverine. You guys are wrestling intros not short channel. Follow my social media links such as Bishu, Twitter, Instagram, aka X, and once in a very rare while, not just Reddit, but extremely super rare, either DeviantArt or Newgrounds, and it's a couple other social media sites out there. As always, if any of you guys really want to hit the bell notification, you truly like my stuff, either like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Share on the social medias all around. Links to search bars down below. Links to all the hashtags down below. Of course, always you truly give a rat's freaking behind. And Bunny Rap is behind. Subscribe. My fellow awesome main subscribers, main audience retentions, main audience people, main fans out there, my main viewers, my main watchers that always watch me every single day or every single night. If you're that dedicated to me, I thank you very much. But no, that's fine too. Or to anyone that's brand new on here, you happen to stumble upon my channel and my videos for the very first time, or this one's the very first time you're ever watching me. If you want to come on this journey and adventure with me, please hit the subscription button and the bell notification both at the same time. I promise you, that will absolutely fill the absolute living crap. That'll be forever in your guys' debt. And it'll fill up the hole in my bottomless freaking heart. Thank you so goddamn much in advance. Can't thank you the frick enough for actually coming on here and not say waste your guys' time, but I'm not trying to twist your guys' arm, but it'd be really nice if you watched every single one of my videos, which I know that's completely impossible because I know you guys out there, you got IRL real lives too. I ain't the only one out here that's living an IRL life. But I'm trying to twist your guys' arm and force you to hit the notification, subscribe. But if you want to, if you're on well, unless this is a one and done, one time thing, it's the first and last time you're ever going to see me, I just thank you for spending the time for me. Or you're just playing my reaction review segment in the background. I totally get it. I totally understand that you guys got lives to live, especially if you guys got families and parents and nieces, uncles, nephews, husbands and wives, aunts, uncles, etc. to take care of. Totally get it. No pressure at all. But it will be very thoughtful if you could do that. I'd be forever in your guys' debt. Begging on my knees, mentally. Please, give me a shot for that. And if not, hey, that's totally all good in the hood. It's all gravy. It's all nice. And spending time together. It was time of me recording this video. Anyways, this is a month and a half old. This is from August. I think August 16th or 20th. But I don't know if this is the first or second time I ever reacted to this chick's channel. This girl needs no introduction. I think she's been around since mid-late 2013 or early 2014. I remember one of the very first animation videos she did was for a girl. I'm not going to say her name because she's got 9, 12, 13 million plus subscribers. You guys could look up, you can Google search her, or you could use Brave or anything else too, DuckDuckGo, or if people still use Firefox, that's totally fine too. Whatever search engine you're using. But she was a super gorgeous, hot-ass Latina chick. I used to have a huge-ass massive crush on her back in the day. Even though, granted, I was I think she's 2 years older than me too, so she's either 38 or 39 right now. But the only thing I'm gonna tell you, her last name was Garcia, and that's it. But I know she used to do a whole bunch of old school Minecraft videos. This is from between 2009 and 2013. Last time I watched her videos way back either 2014 or 15. It was a while ago. This is when the whole machinery realm shit was really huge in the early 2010s at the time, when that was the only way people were getting paid to do Let's Plays and shit back in the day. No, a lot of people either use Twitch or freaking not TikTok lives, they probably do that, or cake streams nowadays, or sometimes YouTube live streams too. But I don't know, some people, I guess they like Twitch more than YouTube. I never really got big into Twitch. I watched it a couple times here and there, but there's way too many gosh dang commercials on that bitch. It's annoying as fuck. But anyways, this girl, JaidenAnimations, needs no introduction. And there's another one I know is from 7-8 months ago. It was a Pokemon video. I think it was called I Play Pokemon, but with 50 brand new types of forms of elements of Pokemon. So that one I'm probably gonna do a reaction right after this one. Actually, I have 8, maybe 9 stories to talk to you guys about. And I got an extra reaction video segment video too, which unfortunately I kind of watched it on my own time a little bit, half of it. I didn't watch the whole entire thing. It's actually a YouTube short, so it's not even a whole video. It's only 25, 35 seconds. It's very short. So links to the duration point and that description box down below. And I don't know if I have any drama shit news to talk about in one of those 8 or 9 freaking things that I have. 2 of them might cause up a little drama. One of them is definitely super dramatic because it has something to do when we get in politics about Trump and all that stuff and the whole Trent didn't happen with Thailand and all that stuff. Oh god, it's gonna be a pain in the ass and a bitch to talk about that. But right now, I'm just gonna enjoy Jaiden Animations thing. So links to her original work. I know she did this video way back in the day. I think that's she got super popular and famous on YouTube. And it was like the Five Nights at Freddy's thing. It was like the first year and a half, 2 years FNAF was a thing. I forget if it was 2012 or 2013 when it was a thing. And then I think that girl Garcia, she ended up contacting Jaiden Animations. This is before she even got super famous on YouTube too. I remember the old backstory that she did. Like, she ended up having her make the freaking music video for it and all her animation 2D art style. Not that she blew up in popularity. She just rocketed into orbits of the oblivion. It's crazy. So I'm gonna waste some more time. Enough yapping, installing, and BSing around. Let's truly jump into it. Let's go.
9 years ago, James and I talked about what it was like living in our home state, Arizona. I honestly don't remember most of what we said in that video. I tried to rewatch it as a refresher, and
I thought she was always from like either New York or Texas or California. No offense to anyone that's an Asian person, but like I think most of them, like, they're not born in the East Coast. They might be born either Cali, Arizona, like parts of Oregon and Washington, a whole bunch out in Texas and Florida too. I don't know, and obviously a bunch in Hawaii, but that's because that was their ancestors that were there from back in the day. It's sad. Heard a lot of stories over there. Like, the reason a lot of Hawaiians can't live there anymore, because even before the whole Maui wildfire shit happened, like, it's got to be like a God-given, not God-given gift to them, but like a family heirloom to pass their freaking older, ancient traditional houses towards their kids later on, I guess. Because it's like, you have to be extremely super rich as fuck to live on that island. And it's funny because I know I could probably pass as Hawaiian Filipino, but nah, I wouldn't want to do it because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm Asian facing or something like that. I don't want to be accused of that shit. Like, a lot of people say, oh, people did blackface or whiteface or yellowface with this, you know, like that shit, or brownface. But man, dude, I totally forgot about that. I didn't know she was from freaking Arizona. That's wild, man. When I went on her wiki fan page like 4 or 5 years ago, I thought I said like, I don't know, Oregon or Washington.
A little trip down memory lane, but turns out after 5 seconds I'd rather be guillotined. No, eyes on me. You clicked on this video, you're staying on this video. No funny ideas, alright? The other day I was in a store trying to buy a plain black shirt that was locked up behind those stupid box lockers, so I had to ring an employee.
Sucks.
For a single...
I hate it when that fucking happens, dude. Like, even though I had last time I've been to the mall was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. They got half of that shit locked up between, and this isn't just Walmart or Target that does this practice. A lot of people are doing the whole unfortunate. No, I don't try to get to talk to real life things that happen a lot of the time. A smash and grab shit that happens in a lot of real super poor ghetto ass poverty cities. Unfortunately, and I know the reason why they do it is what it is. Whatever. I mean, at that time, the police officers have a right to arrest those people, but they never get to them in time. And when they do, they end up being like a week or two or a month long later, they end up getting released again. It's crazy, man. Not going to get into the whole politics and the justice system. All that shit's going to keep corrupted forever, even probably way after I'm unalived and gone by old age. It'll still probably be a thing, unfortunately. Unless I end up rapturing that happen, if you Jesus, hands Christ, all that stuff, not to get religious or anything like that. That's the only way things will ever get perfect. Until then, it's still kind of a hell on earth. Some days it's nice, some days it's shit. That sucks, man. You ask one of the managers to open something up for you. Oh, the awkwardness is so painstakingly, absolutely, irrefutably fucking annoying. Now let's move on.
A few minutes later, someone came by. All right, what can I... Oh my gosh. Are you Jaiden Animations? Yeah. No way. I love your videos. Can I get a photo? Yeah. Thanks so much. I didn't expect to see you here. Are you visiting? Oh, no, I live here. You're not in Arizona anymore? And that's when it dawned on me, there is a giant portion of my audience who will not get updated on some parts of my life if I don't explicitly say it in one of my animations. Also, the guy left without unlocking the box, so I had to wait another 5 minutes for him to come back and get the shirt. So yeah, to anyone who didn't get the memo, I've been in California for the past 6.5 years, specifically Los Angeles. I honestly can't believe it's been that long already, because that means for the past 6.5 6.5 years,
7.
I've been doing nothing but complaining about it the entire time. I believe in the compliment sandwich system, though. Not everything about moving to California has been bad. For example,
negative $15,000.
Oh, man. Oh, I hate these freaking commercials. They're the worst. All right. Hold up, guys. Just bear with me. Hold on. All right, let's keep it going.
About moving to California has been bad. For example, the weather is great. It's always sunny, which, you know, Arizona is too. But, like, in a bad way. California doesn't hit the casual 118 everything outside melts and dies degrees like back home. It's vacation weather all the time. I like that part. The drivers here are assholes. Arizona isn't all sunshine and rainbows in the driving department either. When I was learning to drive as a teenager, my mom told me to never honk at people no matter what because there's a chance they'll just shoot me. But because of the sheer volume of people on California roads all the time, it is a completely different beast. And every single one of them is driving to go kick babies because they hate their fellow man. Compassion does not exist on the California freeway. And by that, I mean blinkers. You know, the very helpful and necessary communication tool that tells people you'd kindly like to move into the lane. It's a sign of weakness here. If you even think about turning your blinker on, every single car in your vicinity will speed up and refuse to let you merge because they cannot handle the idea of a different car being in front of them. How can they get to their destination faster if a car that was in front of them in a different lane suddenly shifts to the side 12 feet? People will go.
And it's funny because I know I said this sort of fuck ton of times already, but man, like, remember I'm not sure if any of you guys remember because in June, it was from June 21st to like August, I think 2nd, 3rd, or the 7th. When I got back from like 2 weeks and 3 days worth of freaking like my trip in Oregon for the first time. My God, that place is. The half parts of Portland, I'm not going to get into the whole political thing, but the riot shit that's been going on over there, woo, it is fucking insane, man. I'm glad I went to the time that I went in June, because before, like, Mr. Orange Man decided to put all the freaking U.S. military, National Guard over there, it is going, like, fucking full hell on earth over there right now, man. Woo! Oh, Lord, it is fucking shit over there, especially the T word group, the word that rhymes with I don't know, I guess sarcasm, the ISM at the end. It sounds like the word that rhymes with horror, but with the T at the front. So almost sounds like terrific, but if you say it with the other word, I don't even know if I'm allowed to even say it on YouTube because I want this fucking algorithm to shut down my channel and my freaking video. But rarest, I guess I could say it like that. The ones that made the freaking, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say the thing or whatever. The thing that sounds like fascist or whatever like that. And I'm not getting into politics or any of that. And it was some other parts that were really, really nice as fuck over there. That was the first time I went over there. I was actually in the San Francisco area like for 2.5, 3 days before that. I was never went there in my whole entire life until like 3 months ago. That's why you didn't see videos for like 3 weeks, because I was gone for a little while in half of June, the first week of August. Oh man, the driver, she is right as fuck about that, dude. Those motherfuckers are always trying to run you the fuck over or try to jump in your goddamn fucking lane like they're in a freaking NASCAR Formula 1 race. Like, bro, almost got hit like 40, 50 fucking times. And I was just renting one of my cars with being my two roomies at the same time. I was like, man, it is fucking crazy. The ones in Oregon wasn't that bad, though. At least the ones in the state of Oregon, maybe Washington's the same. I don't know, because they're both next to each other. They're way, way super nice over there. So I didn't have that fucking problem with people driving. There's only like maybe like 2, maybe 3 times I ran into some asshole fucking road rage drivers, but 2 of them were on motorcycles, and one was like on a big ass fucking Hummer Jeep thing, so I'm not surprised. But that's one were super nice as fuck, though. It's crazy, man. You know, some of them were still protesting and stuff too, but it wasn't as bad as what happened like 4 or 5 days ago. By the time you guys see this video, it's like a week and a half ago when it happened. That place is gonna end up collapsing itself. I mean, that's the place that made the thing you know what. Can't say the other part. It's not good over there, man. So And totally 100%, million percent know where she's coming from with that, man. Oh, alright. Let's move on.
Their way to merge into the lane just to speed past you and spit on your windshield. When I turn my blinker on, which I still do because I refuse to let this barbaric driving culture corrupt me, a car will speed up and then merge in front of me. If you need to be in my lane and I need to be in yours, we literally have to stay at our same speeds and shift. It's simple. There's no point in you blocking my merge just to merge into my lane anyway. Oh my god, it pisses me off so much.
Man, I saw that a bunch there, man. It's fucking ridiculous, right? There's some time. Hold on. Right, let's keep going.
And anyway, oh my god, it pisses me off so much. They do it all the time. If I had no money and got $1 every single time someone took advantage of my blinker,
Yeah, they do the same freaking bullshit over here in Vegas, too, so I'm not surprised. They do the exact same fucking stupid ass shit over here in this fucking city, too, but one difference is it's smaller, because all those other areas is very, very extra huge as fuck out there, man. And they gotta get a shitload of wildfires. And if that does happen, we only get some of their smoke, and that's it. We don't get none of the fire, thank God. Alright. Let's move on.
I have enough money to move out of this godforsaken state. One time I turned my blinker on, checked my blind spot, and in the amount of time it took for me to look back at the road and start merging, a car way behind me had sped up so fast that my car's auto detection had to cut my merge off so I wouldn't hit them. And then that car honked at me! I will kill us both. Alright, the drivers suck, but at least I'm only going a few miles. Not only am I forced to drive alongside these bozos, I'm forced to drive alongside them for way longer than I should need to. The traffic is so genuinely bad, I daydream of becoming a better sprinter to arrive at places quicker, because it is genuinely not far from the realm of realism. Either that or get one of those monster snowplow attachments. I mean, seriously, 10 miles? I should not be in the car longer than 20 minutes. Everyone here loves driving 30 over the speed limit anyway. I don't even know what the holdup is. Also, a little tip. If you wanted to find a place to park when you get to your destination, you shouldn't even be driving in the first place. Parking doesn't exist here. It's a myth and a lie. 95%.
Bro, that was a fucking nightmare trying to find a parking space. Unless whenever you get a chance to do a parking space, it's either like $30, $50 or at the most $300 or $500 every fucking hour that car is there. If you want the real extra nice spots, so it's usually like 20 or $50. Like, damn, not even here in Vegas, it's not that much. It's only like the most 15, maybe 35, $40. Unless it's like on a strip, yeah. Even if you're like a freaking like local like that lives out here, like still you don't get no local fee thing or anything like you did. I don't know, like 2006 or 2008. That was before I was starting to drive a year after in 2009. So I didn't know if that was still a thing or not. But then the whole recession shit happened, and a lot of people, shitload of my friends, oh my god. Half of them wanted to go to college, they couldn't go anymore. The other half, they either go to trade school or they just dropped out of high school and are having a really shitty low minimum wage job for the rest of their life. So I remember the horror stories they told them. It was like our version of the Great Depression by that amount. By the time 2014-15 came around, it got a little bit more better now. But man, she is 100% hit the nail on the head with that one, man. Let's move on.
All locations have 0 parking lots. There's never street parking, and if you happen to be a lucky enough soul to find a spot, you can't slow down to parallel park into it because people are either gonna yell at you for clogging the lane or ram into your bumper. It's just an evil trick. So your only choice is to find a parking garage that costs like $20. One time, my friends and I drove to a one-piece live symphony at the Dolby Theater and decided to park in its parking garage. Oh, what an obvious mistake. Do you want to know how long it took us to get out of that garage after the show when everyone was leaving? 2.5 hours. We parked in the designated parking garage for a show and paid 2.5 hours of our life on top of real life money. So what if you don't have a car? Then you don't have to deal with any of this, right? Well, you can't
Wrong.
walk anywhere. What do you think this is? Any other country? You could get a bike or a motorcycle, but again, with the quality of drivers around, you might as well play Russian roulette every time the wheels touch asphalt. Maybe with the right setup and some expendable funds, you could just get around with rideshare apps. But man, getting an Uber is so expensive out here. It might as well be considered a luxury in itself. If you're taking an Uber either to or from the LAX airport, I guarantee it'll cost at least $100. And the drivers don't get like any of that, by the way. Once I had a driver complain to me about the ride rates the whole trip, which was not asked for to begin with. He said he had a client once trying to go to LAX and they were being charged $100, like I said. But the driver was only going to get $30 from the trip. So he offered to charge $80 cash for them to do it outside the app as a win-win. Don't ever take this type of offer, kids. That was incredibly dangerous. But that's just where the landscape of Uber is here. Also, fun little tip. Never tell any drivers the place you're going to or from is your actual home. This is for everywhere, not just California. Sure, if they ask, it's normally small talk. But when it's not, you're in danger. Yikes. Now that guy won't leave your driveway. And the police say they can't do anything because he hasn't actually committed a crime yet. Just lie and say it's a friend's place or something. It's not worth the gamble, and lying to strangers is fun. That was a free survival hint from your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. Put that one in the back of your pockets. Speaking of LAX, because I brought it up earlier, that place is actual...
Yeah, she is fucking right about that. Don't ever give me your private, actual personal IRL information. I will stalk the living shit out of you. I don't know if it's, you know, for girls it's probably a lot more extra dangerous as for men. I'm gonna be surprised some men get stalked too, but it's rarely ever talked about.
On Earth. If someone gets sent there after death, I would consider it a viable punishment for being a bad person. But innocent people are forced to be subjected to it every single day, and it's inhumane. You have every single asshole with a plane ticket in the entire city and beyond enter through the same stupid entrance.
Prime Big Deal Days is...
Okay. Back again.
Single asshole with a plane ticket in the entire city and beyond enter through the same stupid entrance, forced to drive through the same loop bumper to bumper until they get to their specific gate. No branching paths, no attempts to categorize the types of arrivals, just a single slaughterhouse line like cattle. But in normal slaughterhouse lines, the cattle don't hate each other. I was talking about bad merging before. It is legitimately...
I know it has nothing to do with the video, but she's playing the Pokemon Coliseum music in the background. I know that. Ugh. That's why I still like her shit sometimes, man.
Survival of the fittest in the LAX horseshoe. Absolutely no one will let you merge lanes ever unless you threaten to fist fight them right there on the concrete. One time I sat with my blinker on in traffic that was not moving for 15 minutes straight, and a dude still refused to let me start merging once cars started inching forward. I had to sit there making direct eye contact with him until he was uncomfortable enough to let me get in front of him. It is personal. I am not the same person when I'm in the LAX horseshoe. None of us are. Some dudes in the 1960s decided they wanted everyone that ever planned to visit LA to suffer instantly when they got here. And they simply got away with it. I've spent so much time talking about traffic and the airport. I haven't even talked about living in LA yet. Well, that part sucks too. Everything is so absurdly expensive here, it's almost comedic. Almost. Maybe raise the prices of food like $10 more.
I know I had to keep pausing them, but my fucking god, man. You know how much of a fucking nut I am when it comes to all the Kirby music, man. Next to the freaking GTA music, Pokemon music, Donkey Kong, all the Samus stuff, and all the Nintendo and some of the Sony old school music OST things. That is my dopamine crack when it comes to that shit. So I'm glad she got the same taste as I do with that.
Start to chuckle.
The other one. That's true.
No, burrito's like $40. I haven't even had food out here that's blown my mind. Sure, it's not bad, but when eating out can get this expensive, I expect something more to write home about. There are some really fancy restaurants around, but I shouldn't have to spend even more money to eat a meal that makes me go, wow, I will remember this. It's become a common pastime for some people to pull up Zillow and look at all the really crazy expensive multi-million-dollar mansions, fantasizing about what they would do if they were to live in the craziest of homes. But the equivalent of that for me and my friends here is to look at normal homes that are just not in California. Oh, look at that one. 3-bed, 2-bath for like $2,500 a month. That's insane. Here, the same thing can go upwards of $7,000. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very lucky and fortunate enough to not have to worry about finances as much. I can afford to live in a more expensive place here. It's not gonna break my bank. But at the same time, I'd like to still be relatively smart with money. Sure, I tend to splurge on plushies and trinkets. Haha, Jaiden's buying another Miku figure. But outside of that stuff, I'm really not spending money on anything else. I'm not into luxury cars or clothes or any of that type of culture. It's trinkets, plushes, and admittedly a little too much DoorDash. But I have a job that I can perform literally anywhere in the entire world. And I'm sitting here wasting extra costs on living in one of the most expensive cities in America. It feels bad. And I don't know if you picked up on it yet, but I don't even really like it here all that much. So why? Why do I choose to burn extra money just to exist in LA? The single reason is all of my friends are here, and I'd happily shovel extra funds into a giant furnace to be near them because that's what makes a place feel like a true home. But all of my friends are also content creators that can work anywhere too. And if we all just banded together and decided to move somewhere else, that would sure be swell. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of time, coordination, and resources to try and figure out an entirely new place to move a giant friend group of people. So we've essentially soft-locked ourselves here until we can all agree it's time to get out of here. I'll give LA some credit. The main thing that makes it great is the fact that everything is always happening here. There's always some sort of fun event going on. Concerts, tours, random pop-ups. I went to a live screening of the season 2 finale of Severance where the cast got to talk about it afterwards, and that was one of the coolest experiences of my life so far.
Oh my god. I don't know if it's in the second, third, or they're gonna do season 4 next one. I finished watching that whole fucking thing. That's freaking acid trip with that thing, but man, that shit's really fucking wild. There's a little bit of blood, like if you're queasy to blood or gore in the last 2 spoiler episodes. The other guy that kind of looks like, in my opinion, like Tom Cruise a little bit, and dude that plays the main character, I forget his fucking name, man. I think Adam Scott. I think that's what that dude's name was. Like, dude, he ends up unaliving like 2 other people in there. That's crazy as hell, man. It's a lot of scary ass fucking Freemason Illuminati shit. That's a lot of signs and symbols and that shit too. I only look at it to like try to like take apart all the other shit that I don't know these corporations probably might do one day in real life. They want to like brainwash, mind control motherfuckers left and right, regardless of what side you're in politics. Like, shouldn't matter at all, period. But unfortunately, in this country, a lot of people are blinded to the fucking Matrix shit. I'm not trying to be like the full Andrew Tate, I'm just saying. A lot of people are very fucking naive and stupid retard motherfuckers. And they're just never going to wake up from their fake reality. Everything for them was a fucking lie. Just always going to believe the lie. Sadly. That's a whole other video. I didn't know they had a Broadway version of that over there. That's crazy. Oh no, wait, I think I did hear about that a couple of months ago or last year.
It is happening in California. Truly, you will never be bored here if you're always looking for something to do, and I recognize that is incredibly valuable. But at the same time, it means there's always tourists visiting, and Los Angeles is a very disgusting city for tourists to visit. It smells like pee all the time. The tourist trap areas are so trashy. There's constant crowds everywhere you go. When it rains, the pee smells even worse. But every once in a while, I need to go into the city for some reason or another, and those are bad days. Also, if you want to see all these cool things, you don't have to live in California to begin with. In fact, living here only desensitizes me to all the awesome stuff constantly around. Back when I first moved, I was really close to Disneyland, and for the entire 2 years I spent over there, I only went to the alleged happiest place on earth a single time because of a friend's birthday. That's more of a personal experience, though. I know plenty of people who have yearly passes to Disney or Universal who go to them all the time. But for me, I always just think, I can go there anytime, so...
Liberty Mutual.
Hold up. I'm back again.
To them all the time. But for me, I always just think, I can go there anytime, so maybe later. And then later is multiple years. I consider it a privilege to be able to live in LA. It's expensive. A lot of people dream of coming here and making it big. And if you can afford it, you can definitely live luxuriously. But I am just really not built for all that. I grew up in a tiny desert town with like no people in it and prefer to be holed up in my house 90% of the time watching YouTube until my brain is mush. However, as much as I want to uproot everything again to live somewhere else less expensive and more compatible with my preferred lifestyle, I do think LA is a good place for me to be right now. Both the YouTube and animation industry are here. I don't need to travel for most of the events I get invited to. And content creators are always visiting for something or another, so I get to...
I gotta be very careful with fucking shit that I say. There's certain motherfuckers out there, man. Fakest ass pieces of goddamn shit in the whole entire goddamn fucking planet. I've heard horror stories about shit about VidCon and TwitchCon and stuff that happens over there in those conventions. That's just the TwitchCon worse. It's way, way a billion times worse. That's just this younger TikTok generation, Gen Zers, like influencers and kick streamers. Oh god, they are fucking goddamn parasites, viruses. I don't know what type of fucking elders, demons that lack in their fucking soul, but like a billion times worse than an average ordinary person that's not trying to get clout on social media in their 15 minutes of fucking bullshit ass fake fame. I see a lot of these fake ass motherfuckers every goddamn fucking day when I'm on my job working at the hotel casino things. Because it's not just California and like Arizona that they come from. They come from all over the world where I live at. Long story short, I didn't even know most of them were from Canada too, not just Cali and Arizona and parts of Utah and shit too. There's whole other places that they come from too. But it's crazy because I can get in a whole other separate video on that. I'm not going to because probably lose a couple of people that, oh, I thought you liked this person. And I'm going to say which YouTubers, which streamers, TikTokers, etc. I have a lot of fuck ton of hatred for it, and they could D-I-E. I'm just not going to say it because I don't want to think, oh, just like what happened last one, not do. They can just fucking drop, you know what? The opposite of red, but with the D at the end, in the beginning, and the one at the end. Even though I don't know these fuckers in real life, but Jesus fucking Christ, some of them, they need to get fucking permanently asleep, in my opinion. I ain't going to say the real word I want to say because I don't want to think, oh, they're trying to like take a person out or whatever. I don't want the FBI, CIA banging on my door and putting me in cuffs. So, oh, you're going to cause harm to this person, that person. No. Now, if it was legal in another world or some shit like that, then I'd go crazy with that. But, of course, I'm not trying to say who. But some motherfuckers out there, all the goddamn fingers that are fucking head, and they forget how to treat human people like fucking human beings. But let's move on.
A lot of fellow creators.
I think because they have a fuck ton of money too, and there's probably a few of them. Ain't the most 3 or 5% of the most. Probably try to stay humble, even though they're making millions and millions and millions, almost billions of dollars, all the fucking time. And the fools like Markiplier or PewDiePie or Jacksepticeye, all those other fools that are out there. She's probably done a bunch of collabs with them, except for the Mr. Beast dude. I don't know, something real soulless about that fool, man. You know, most of his audience is mainly little Gen Alpha kids. If I had fucking kids of my own, my son, my daughter, I wouldn't let them watch that kid at all. Something really, really like esoteric and dark and cynical behind that soulless ass face, in my opinion. I'm trying to be a hater to do Jimmy Donaldson. Hey, that's great. He has billions and billions and trillions of dollars, but Hopefully, he didn't sell his soul to the Antichrist or the devil. Because if he did, remember that happened in 2-3 years ago, in 2022, 2023, where like when he did that challenge. Oh, he healed all the blind for 50 million kids or whatever, 50,000 kids, and they were able to see again. But he couldn't cure all of them, just some of them. Right? And that dude's got a really dirty fucking mouth when he was talking to fools like Logan Paul and the other dudes. So, and I don't got a nice, clean fucking mouth. Because, I curse these fucking profanity every fucking day, too. But whatever. I'm not a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. I'm just saying.
I can't say anywhere else in the world can offer all these benefits that specifically apply to me right now. And it's also just a lot of fun. I might not exactly like it, but LA is my home for at least the next few years, and I do get to have a lot of fun here with my friends. It's a toxic relationship, I suppose, but I'm sure in a decade when I'm somewhere else and reminiscing on the past, I'll have very fond memories of it all. So I can complain all I want while I'm here, but deep down, I know California has been such a huge part of the most defining years of my life, and I'll hold a very special place for it in my heart for a long time. LAX and the drivers are just excluded from it, though. I'll hate those parts forever. I posted a little video, but if you missed it, we're selling Tostada merch for the first time ever because everyone begged and pleaded for it. Please go check it all out. I think everything turned out so silly and good, and she's only available until September 7th. And here's a picture of her for the people who stayed till the end of the video. Okay, bye-bye.
Get Doorbusters start.
Okay. These are my thoughts, views, opinions, and sec. Hold up. Okay, so overall thoughts, views, opinions, vibes, feels, takes, whatever this was. Oh yeah, harsh, broad opinions, very super harsh opinions, and of course, bullet points, hot takes, worldviews, and as always, speculations. My hot take, my topic, my views and thoughts, and everything's on top of my dome. Man, like I said, I don't know who this IRL. Never met the girl IRL in real life. She seems like she's super humble as fuck. I know she's a whole part of that whole LGBTQIA, they, them community, etc., etc. And you've been in this channel long enough. A bunch of controversial hot takes about fools like that. They can live their life however the fuck they want. That's cool. That's fine. That's dandy. But at the end of the day, I do disagree with it. But whatever. Life goes on. They're gonna have to learn the hard way after this life is over. I'm just gonna leave it at that. One thing they're gonna be smelling for the rest of their life is brimstone. I'm not saying I'm a perfect ass freaking person either. I might end up going down there with them. Who knows? Unless I was a goody goody two shoes person. I don't fucking know. What the fucking goddamn fuck ever. Whatever. Anyways, yeah. Half of that shit he said was true. Even though I never lived 100% in California. I always visited there a couple times there. So I'm literally right the fuck next door to him in Nevada. Here in Nevada. Oh, man. Oh, the shit I could tell you for hours and hours and hours. A bunch of fucking sucks ass living over here sometimes. It's not fun. And one time it was actually really good. It was on the Plan Namaskanda when it was going on. The COVID-19 or COVID's 20. It's 2022 in May. Because this is when that dude finally lifted the whole mask thing, which stupid ass fucking diapers people were wearing. So freaking energy inducing. Not in a good way. Energy draining. In a very, very bad, messed up way. It was so fucking annoying to see everyone just look like fucking, not even saying in a racist sort of way. This was just like fucking aliens, man. Like I wasn't even living on fucking planet goddamn Earth anymore. I was living on fucking planet Mars. Sane as hell as a hot take that is. I don't care. People get fucking angry and pissed off on social media. Hey, whatever. There's a fucking door. Don't let it hit in your fucking ass on a goddamn fucking way out. But if you're still here, thank you very much. As far as everything else goes, I don't know. Like I said before, I'll say it again. I got way, way superheated when I was talking about certain YouTubers. And that's cool. They got 10 million, 50 million, 100 billion plus subscribers. But, it's never going to fucking spiritually, fulfill them up. Ever. It's going to have to keep getting fulfilled for more and more and more diet desires. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm a pastor or preacher or minister, because they're not supposed to use profanity, vulgarity, obscenities. Obviously. I'm just a regular average fool that shits pits and eats us like everyone else, trying to get the fuck by. Not paycheck to paycheck sort of way, because I'm not gonna say, I make millions and millions of dollars every week. Because if I was, I'd be doing no YouTube shit. And I even seen this one video. I don't know if it was from like Kick or TikTok. I think it was from TikTok, but like I didn't watch it from TikTok. There was a freaking VTuber chick. She was reacting to videos on like, what was it called? Like how some people live like rich lives, but it's actually a fake setup. It's not really how they really live their lives. And then they found out later that I think her dad was like a CEO of like some multi-billion-dollar company from Saudi Arabia or India or Dubai. She lived like her life like a queen princess in Dubai somewhere, Australia, New Zealand somewhere. It looked like three big ass giant mansions she was living in, and she spent her freaking all that money. I don't know if it's her money or daddy's money on like all this fucking shopping, clothing crap. It's to me, it's I gotta be straight up blunt honest with you. I don't give a fuck about shopping. I don't give a fuck about any of these goddamn fucking clothes. I don't give a fuck about any of these fucking goddamn like girls that spend all their money on their lipstick, makeup, and high heels and all this other shit. It's honestly just burning money, literally. I feel like to me personally, maybe if I would have been born as a straight female woman, I probably would have seen the wealth and that materialism and all that shit. But since I'm a guy, I'm a straight heterosexual man. I'm not like a super old school macho heavy dude man, like drinking 8-12 cans of beers and watching the NFL, NBA, MLB games and worshiping, idolizing the shit out of, oh, that's my team, let's go, root, 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 do this, root, root, that, root, that. No, I don't give a fuck about none of that either. I was always a fan of geeky, nerdy shit since almost the day I was fucking born. And the first two franchises I ever got into, besides Jurassic Park, was like, I think it was either Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers, the original one. Not the ones they made a whole bunch of different renditions and different versions of them. That one and TMNT later on. The original one that came from 1988, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one, so like, it was like 1994, 95, 96. That's when it was done. I think in 2001 or 2 they did a remake of them again and then again. Every 4 to 6 years they kept making. I noticed the more and more they kept like not revitalizing them, the more they kept like doing spin-offs of them over and over and over, and all these different art designs and even more kiddie-ish and more child friendly. But you know what? I get it. It's mainly supposed to be for kids. I get that. But like, why do you have to make them so babyish? I noticed by the time the 2010s and the 2020s came out, I don't know because it was me getting older. Maybe it's that, or just the animation, the way it looks. Just it's always really stupid and dumb, and really, and it's just really fucking goddamn like absolutely fucking abhorrent and like disgusting to look at. Like, dude, what the fuck is going on with the artist animation? Did they forget what action adventure was? Even the freaking shit that was in the 70s and 80s. Not just the 90s when I was growing up, before I was even born. 70s and 80s. And people that are a little older than I am. Guys probably remember cartoons were always about action, adventure, like kicking ass, taking names, and all this other really cool explosion shit, and like car chase scenes and stuff, and all these other like 70s, 80s cartoons. And then like, once like the early 2010s came around, a lot of that shit, I don't know if it disappeared, or it's because there was other people taking over those jobs. It just didn't have that same freaking like that same vibe, that same feeling, that same type of material that the freaking animators before them. And this isn't me preaching to the choir. They just don't have that same strife, that same freaking calling, and the same fucking what's it called? That desire to make everything super awesome, super macho. Not everything has to be beefy and macho either. I think that's stupid and whack as fuck too. Honestly, like I never worship idolized basketball teams or football teams or baseball teams. The only ones I kind of liked a little bit was boxing and like tennis. You know, most of the tennis when before Venus and Serena Williams was thing. No offense, I don't want to get race and ethnicity involved in this and say, oh, well, white people are evil, but there's been a lot of white people that are playing it, maybe a few Asians here and there. But man, another first African American black woman to really break that barrier. Hey, you know what? Kudos to both of them. Now there's even way more African American women playing that shit now, which is great. It's awesome. Oh man. Other than that, I don't know. As far as Jaiden's story goes, yeah, that's great. That's good that she's not she's not completely super sold out to the thing or whatever. I hope she didn't have to sell her soul to any like merchandise thing or sponsorship. Her or the other dude, Alpha Rat, because I remember that dude when I used to watch another dude named Rogers Base. I think he's still around. Like, I used to do all the Smash Bros. And One Piece freaking reactions and all that shit. Oh, dude, man. And he used to do, I forgot if he did a lot of Pokemon stuff or he did a lot of That, One Piece, or like, I think it was like Digimon stuff, or he did a lot of like Yu-Gi-Oh things. I forgot what he did, man. And I think it was something in the early mid 2010s. He used to do a lot of old school YouTube content about that. I don't know if he retired or not, or if he's still gone, but I was never subscribed to it, but I always heard a little bit of stories about him here and there. I don't know if him and Jaden, no, actually they can't be, because I think, I forgot, just said to Jaden, she's not straight, she's lesbian, I think, or something like that. But if I think she was straight, she probably would have got with him as her fiance or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised about that at all. I remember she said she had like a parakeet, like that was like one of her freaking pets too, and not just her little cat tostada or tostadas or whatever. I ain't gonna get this pronunciation. I don't want to be a grammar yahtzee. And the last two final things I'll say is this, because holy fuck, this is gonna be a 1 hour long reaction. If you guys still all the way together, thank you very much. If not, I get it. Oh man. Besides that traffic, I know they have those same little like Broadway things too. They have probably a fuck ton of events there. I never knew they had Sega events over there too. I thought that was mainly Japan that did that. And I forgot they still, I don't know if you heard it when I was doing the reaction video, but I know they got Universal Studios Orlando, Florida, but that's like way on the other side of the country from me. Like, man, I really wanted to go this year. Hopefully next year I get to go for sure. Universal Studios Hollywood, the one that's in California, because I really want to see that Mario fucking place. That one and probably the Harry Potter one was like the only two I want to see the most out of that whole fucking place. Because I want to see the official merch for Mario, Luigi, and Pokemon and all this stuff too. But it sucks because I know Nintendo lately, man, they've been having some really bad business decisions lately, man. I just hope and pray to God, fingers crossed, the Pokemon Legends EA game ends up being a fucking knockout of the park. By the time you guys see this, it's probably going to be 1 or 2 days left before the game comes out. But right now, it's like, let's say, it's like 11 or 12 days right now by the time you guys see this. Actually, no, it might be 3 or 4 days instead of 11 or 12. I'm really, really hoping it's actually as good in real life if I get to see that one of these days, man. There is a fuck ton of events that happen there all the damn time, too. It's pretty wild. There's like another dude, I know he's like an African-American black dude. His name is Jamal, aka Jamal. Like, he lives out in Cali, so he probably knows. He was born and raised out there. So he probably knows that whole freaking place at the back of his hand. Compared to me, I'm just going to know certain areas here and there. Like, the only three I'm mostly familiar with is either Anaheim City, and Riverside, maybe a little bit of San Jose. And then for added bonus, maybe like the real far outskirts, like what's it called, like Victorville and Barstow. That's it. I'm not familiar with all the other ones. Well, besides San Francisco, I didn't even see all of San Francisco. I did smell certain spots where it smelled like actual diarrhea, cocky shit, which that almost made me throw up a few times. So unfortunately, yeah, that sadly still exists over there. So it wasn't just all the documentaries and all the other freaking YouTube videos. I heard about it for so many freaking years. It really exists in real life. And I never told you guys this, but one of these days, I forget if it's in Utah or Wyoming, I do want to see Yellowstone Park geysers one day. I really want to check that shit out before I leave this earth. All right. So let's get to current event news. So see you in a quick second. All right. So I'm not going to get into all the news. Wait, hold on. Not going to get into all the news, but this one I think came out a couple days ago. I think the oldest one's going to be about Emma Watson. So links to all the little duration points when I talk about all these little bits and pieces of news down below. It says Mr. Elon Musk urges Netflix users to cancel subscriptions over new cartoons. Comes from Milo Pope. Okay, credit cards due from Metro.UK. I'll read a little bit here. It said, lastly, Tesla X owner and SpaceX, aka Twitter X owner, announced that he had canceled his Netflix subscription over the next few days, urged others to do the same. This first show sparked a campaign from the dead end, quote, Paranormal Park, which was released in 2023, features a trans teenager. From there, the pressure was campaigning to broaden at the 54-year-old claimed Netflix user was, can't say that word, making an, I don't know how to say harming them, but like making kids uncomfortable, I guess, children, and pushing transgender propaganda, responding to a clip posted by account Libs of TikTok, I've heard of them before, which showed a robot speaking to a non-binary child about people who aren't female or male. Musk claims that, quote, canceling Netflix was the way to protect the, quote, health for your kids. And you know what? 100% agree on that. But this is the same dude that still wants to put the Neuralink in a lot of people's brains. So, I don't know, man. kind of sketchy on that. Another clip, the robot named Nightshade can be seen being referred to as, oh fuck, here we go, this shit. They, them, by the child saying, he, she just doesn't fit who I am. Oh god. I'm not gonna read any of that more shit. You already know how I feel about that. I will blow a fucking fuse if I keep reading that fucking goddamn fucking propaganda garbage, but hey, you know what? He's got a point. And this one, oh man, this one was really crazy as fuck. I heard about it. I could have did a separate video on it. The man, the myth, I'm not even gonna say the legend, but the fallen from Grace Lazarus. I even heard way back in 2009, early 2010, when the old school shit that was coming out about, oh, the Scottish Rite and the New World Order and the Illuminati and Masons and all that shit. I remember he was like in one of those pictures doing like, throwing up one of those like signs where you're not supposed to do this or like this and all that. He was doing a lot of like Antichrist, Satan, devil symbols and all that shit. So I know he probably sold out his soul to the devil probably a long ass time ago, in my opinion. I feel like that's fact, honestly. Where was it at? There was another one here. That wasn't it. I want to get to the more newer one because this one was from like 2023, but it was a new one from October 2025. Hold on. Alright, so I found it. This is the main things in here. It says Mr. Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced 50 months in prison. Combs' lawyer, Mark, probably going to butcher this name, Anglifilo or Anglifilo, vowed to appeal the sentence while criticizing the judge. So Combs was convicted on 2 or more counts of transportation engaging in that word, slutting, I guess sluttiness. Mr. Diddy Combs' attorney criticized the judge who sentenced the music mogul to more than 4 years of prison. Speaking to a Gackel reporter following Combs' sentence hearing on Friday, October 3rd, Mark Anglifo or Anglifilo took aim to the 50-month sentence handed down by Judge Aaron Subramanian. Quote, the judge acted as a 13 juror with 1 did not choose Anglifio. He said his second jury, that's the verdict, says Anglifio. His team had requested more than the judge that sentence comes to more than 14 months in prison after the music mogul's convicts of that word, charged but acquitted by racketeering and EX racketing. And there's more shit there. You guys could read it if you want. Oh yeah. It says Diddy's lawyer blasts judge from 13th thing. Explain, yeah. Alright. Oh yeah, I was using a little bit of that. I usually don't like using AI, but that was actually fun shit to use. I'm gonna have to block that now. Says because that one had my real name. I don't want you guys to know my real name is. Just I know my nickname is. Says pregnant liberal women are taking Thailand to this protest. Oh, this one. This was so fucking bad. As I said a little bit earlier in this video, this I gotta credit is due to the person that made this. I don't know who it was. Members only. I guess a political prism for Medium. I just gotta credit to them now. I'm not gonna read the whole entire thing. It's fucking crazy though. They say if you take the freaking Tylenol or Advil or whatever, your baby might become the R word, aka have real bad autism and Down syndrome. That's no good, man. That is extremely stupid for any woman out there. It's because you hate that fucking president so much. Why the fuck would you do harm to your kid like that? What is it in your freaking mind that you're not fucking understanding? You stupid fucking cunt bitches. Jesus, God have mercy. This is the reason thank God I'm not married to a wife. She was in a good matrix. She was a demo. Oh God, nah. There's no way in hell will let her fucking do that. That is insanely unhinged as hell. So I'm just gonna read this one. You guys can read the rest of your own. This is old. I don't want to get into politics, but whatever. It's all controlled opposition. The small hat people or the freaking Council 9 or whatever lizard demon motherfucker that controls this world. They're the ones that had the last word, unfortunately. Hopefully one of these days Jesus and the Holy Spirit and God will fucking defeat them. Anyways, during White House News Conference on Monday, Mr. Trump, this is from last week, repeatedly warned pregnant women not to take Tylenol or Tylenol, citing studies that link to antiseptamines, sensamine, medication to autism or ADHD in children. The announcement came alongside his Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and was based on FDA research showing increased neurological risks. And some of the women did that shit anyway. They're freaking dumb shits. I swear to God, it's insane. Oh, there's a little bit of Microsoft news. This one was pretty sad. I don't know if I want to do a separate video on this. I might. It depends. So I'm just going to read the thing here and just give super fast lightning round thoughts on it. It says, Xbox quietly cuts Call of Duty discount due to the Game Pass Ultimate subscribers, despite raising the price hikes. Yeah, there was a big-ass take on that thing. And then I did hear that, I'm not sure if it's going to be 2026 or 2027. They may or may not do any more consoles anymore. It's going to do all PC shit from then on. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said before, I say it again. Like I did say I was going to have a little Microsoft news in there, lightning round thoughts on it. They already made their bag. They're almost richer than Amazon and freaking Apple. So I'm not surprised that Microsoft's going to end up taking the high road there. And what else? This is crazy. This is one from Tech Radar. I got a credit is due here to Isaiah Williams. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Isaiah Williams. Xbox Game Pass's price hike are so bad. They literally clashed a membership site due to widespread cancellations. It says it's barely been a few weeks since Microsoft announced the price hike to Xbox Series X and Xbox Series X consoles in September. It finds itself at the center of controversy yet again. Seems as though gamers are uniting against this issue. Yeah, go raise up your freaking rights. Just don't be a fucking Xbox or Sony or Microsoft fan anymore and just buy the freaking indie games. Want to stick it the fuck to them? Probably just get Steam or the Game Boy Analog thing. The analog thing or whatever that looks like Game Boy, but something's called, I think it's called Analog Pocket, if that's still the thing. That's how you stick it the fuck to them. Don't buy none of their fucking merch anymore. Simple. And that one too. This one was real crazy as fuck. I saw a video and I'm not going to waste my time or waste my breath on this bitch, but whatever. Not the J.K. Rowling, but the other one, Emma Watson. It says J.K. Rowling and Emma Watson's from, let's see, EW.com. Emma Watson and Rift explain why the former Harry Potter collaborations are feuding. This is really sad as fuck, man. I remember back in the day, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I could zoom in. Dude, oh my god, dude. Before this chick was all super woke and all about climate change and this and we need to have all people of color fucking be nice to each other and all this stupid ass jargon. Puta mierda. Freaking goddamn fucking poisoning this fucking next generation that's coming out, Gen Z or Gen Alpha. I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, but these people have fucking so much freaking money and wealth that they forget that they're fucking humans, man. I used to actually have a crush on this bitch. She was one of the prettiest, hottest bitches ever, man. I know it sounds really embarrassing to say, but not her character is Hermione, but when she got more older, she got a billion times more fucking prettier. But she started getting that politics thing. I was like, yeah, she's a lost cause. I mean, she goes from this absolutely dropping gorgeous woman, man, to let's see, what does she look like? Now the other one, she's halfway bald, and she's got that stupid fucking goddamn oh, all men are bad, all men are this, all men are pigs, and we need to have better for people of color. We need to fight for their rights. And you're fucking white yourself, bitch. What the hell's wrong with you? They're probably under that MK Ultra mind control spell that Hollywood does to them at a young age. I can't even get none of that because I want YouTube to shut down my shit. They can't learn the psychological, traumatic fucking shit that they go through. I forget. It's hard. It's hard to freaking to know that, oh yeah, I forget all that money and clout and freaking respect they have from the fucking world. It's hard to have not peace and sympathy for these motherfuckers, especially. I'm not saying she's a freaking innocent angel either, but man, I mean, she's the one that wanted Professor Dumbledore gay back in the day. I'm not gonna agree with all her stuff either. There's these fools, not because they're women either, because I know men make just as many mistakes as women, but still, they don't know how many people they brainwash with the mass influence they have, and then they just take all that shit for granted. Fuck both of them. I don't care. And the last one, the one I did into, this one I'll probably do a separate video on that. This one I'm gonna do a really quick reaction. I saw it. I want you guys to see it too. Hold on, VTuber. All right, this is a VTuber chick I was following for a year and a half, 2.5 years. But man, this girl, I don't know if she's from Europe, like Scotland or Ireland, because she has a really thick accent. But I don't know, I could be wrong. It's because we're somewhere in the East Coast somewhere. But she got a new update model. And it was Foxy Moxie or Foxy Moxie, one of those two. But After this, I'm ending the video. It's going to be 1 hour long. So let's go. I got to see it. Because I seen it already, but it still looks nice. I might have missed something. I don't know. Oh, I noticed the Unity square thing in the background. Oh, I forgot. She has little freckle things in the background. Oh my god. She kind of looks like this other VTuber chick I watch sometimes. It's an Australian Pokemon VTuber named XO Buttercup. I wonder if the same person that did her model is the same person that did this one too. Except her hair was like black and green, it wasn't red. And she doesn't have those little Naruto little like things on her hair. I missed that part. How did I miss that part? Oh man, that's wild. Yeah. That chick deserves way more than 6,000-7,000 subscribers. And that's all I can say for no matter. Peace out, ladies. Goodbye. See you on the flip side. Stay extra safe, cautious. I'll talk to you guys soon. Let's do the short outro for now. Stay tuned for your content channel. Go to Video News and News, drama news, Sports Kita, Dexerto, that Part Place drama news, Virtual VTuber drama news, Elon Musk news, once in a while rant, commentary news, and of course stuff like always, as I always do say, either live action movie trailers or animation cartoon trailers, and of course indie cartoon trailers such as this one, the hype reaction ones, decent ones, alright, sometimes ranty, vague commentary ones, and of course once in a while when I do the what's it called, that one and indie cartoons and video game gameplay cartoons, or video game gameplay reaction commentaries, and that's it. Peace out, my sauerkraut, ladies and guys. See you on flip side. Stay cautious. Protect yourself out there. Ladies and guys, see you on flip side. I'm gone. I'm out. Peace out, my sauerkraut. And what else? Oh, yeah, stay away from the nanobots, hydrogels, all the shots in the you know what. You know, it's almost like flu season. It's very, very close. It's probably already happening by the time you guys see this video. Stay away from big tech and big government. I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Stay extra safe, cautious. Stay vigilant. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. I'm out. Take it easy. See you next time. And her new model looks, oof, super smexy as heck. Very lustful, very, very pretty ass freaking model. Alright. I would probably mind seeing like some not safe for work version of that too. Alright, later.